Good morning, traders. It's Perry Wilkie with StartupTrading.com. It is 9 minutes till 9 a.m. Eastern Time on Friday, OPEX Day, uh, January. So, looking at just news flow today, there's really nothing. We had some building permits. Housing starts at 8:30. No biggie. We're gonna have a little bit of news at 9:15, and then really nothing at all the rest of the day. Uh, as a reminder, stock market will be closed Monday. I'm sure you're all aware. And then futures will close at 1 p.m. Eastern time. I'm pretty sure, but you want to check your local listings if you're going to be trading that day. VIX stock monthly VIX roll is going to be on Wednesday, and then you know that's all there is to that. So looking at yesterday's session, as we get into some technical analysis, right? We hit the top of that bull flag in the overnight session for the ES, and that just really led to lower prices the rest of the session. And then we had underwater trades go off, trades that went off below the bell low of the day after before the session closed on everything except for the Russell. And if you remember earlier this week, we were trading, 500 on the Qs. We hit 520 in the overnight. That's pretty remarkable. Really, that we've flailed that much this week. And then if we look at what structure looked like from yesterday, because we were pretty tight, right? So these value areas were pretty normal to small in range, and then we had that breakaway uh, from value into the close, right? Just that puke, and then that's where we had all these underwater trades go off, especially for the Nasdaq and the ES. So looking at what we have and what I commented on in equity profiles last night, and Jack mentioned in the trading room chat about the underwater trades going off, and we discussed that a little bit in there. But that's a classic sign of potential capitulation, right? The bears have to keep pressing below that low, or they face the potential of a short squeeze, and that's what we indeed have uh, today. So what I was saying was, in my opinion, we had a 2-day balance up here after having lower prices, um, and then you have to see if you get acceptance or rejection of this area. So if we look at the overnight now, right, we've already modestly taken out the previous day's high. So that 2-day balance, um, we're testing the top side of it, and it looks like it wants to try to shake it out. And as we look at these bull flags that I've drawn on the charts. And a bull flag, right? This is the normal setup. This is what price action will normally rinse and repeat on for going higher. However, and the reason I notice is when you can see this well on daily charts, right? When the top line of the bull flag holds, you can get much deeper retracements, right? You can get the bottom side of the channel that just gets blown out eventually. Well, that's what you want to be aware of and watch. So you're really watching both sides of this channel. So the ES is testing above, and this isn't the end all be all, but it'll be more interesting to me if the Nasdaq can test it, and that's going to be right around 21,000. 650 to 660 today is where the top of that channel is going to be at. So you're looking about maybe another 150 points higher if it can muster that. And of note for me is also on this 2-day balance that we had here. These lows were right around this 21,160, and we, got that retest of that yesterday at the close. That was, previous balance lows for the Nasdaq. So the Nasdaq's pretty technical up here. Overnight action 53 and a quarter points, and you can see just looking back left of the chart to that all-time high for the ES. You had this FOMC day, right? We all remember that pretty good. And if you just put a line right there, uh, on the chart from that low, and I'll just throw it on there for a minute. You can see going across here, right? We dip below it once, twice. This third time, it was spent under it for one, two, three, parts of 4 sessions, right? And then we had that, you know, uh, rise on Wednesday of this week above it. But you can see that, right when you crossed over that line this last time, that's when the squeeze started. So you're really in uh, this Fed, 2 hour dump, is where we spent the majority of the time since we've been in it over the last month. Uh, so, we got poor structure here that goes from on the ES that goes from 6,005 to 6,030 basically. And then, I don't think we can get there today, but 6,090 quarter is your next line from there all the way up to 6136. Uh, Looking at, we're in those blocks now, that block now for the ES. The Russell is above a block that it tried to get over earlier in the week. And then this NASDAQ block, this is going to be in from 21,585 basically to 21,695. So 110 points basically in this block. So that's what wants to be. That's where price wants to go. Is at least to the center of this block. We'll see what happens when we get there, but it's already going to be shock and awe coming in. Right, we're above yesterday's high after basically that capitulatory close yesterday. This is that short squeeze we talk about. Uh, I you know if you're looking for shorts today, see what Jack's take is, but my take is you better let structure confirm it. Just don't start blindly reach. I wouldn't blindly reach out and short anything. I would at least, if you think an area is going to be resistance, wait until you see some structure form around there, and then take the next sequence. Don't try to be your hero and take the first one. I would rather, as long as any aggressive sequences holding to the upside, I'd rather be taking shots on that today. We'll see what Jack's aggressive sequences are and his second most aggressive, and watch to see if those hold. I think that's where you're better off until those break, taking those trades because you have smaller risk, in my opinion. So we'll see what Jack has to say. I hope everyone enjoys their long weekend. Jack will be on with you the rest of the day, and I'll talk to you on Tuesday.